what's up, guys? How you doing? Thank you all for coming out tonight, man. It's so great to see so many faces in the crowd. I was a little worried. I voted this thing like crazy for Orlando and for all the other comics. It's a great benefit, and for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. For me, it's really kind of personal because I am actually a cancer survivor. Looking at me, you might not think that. I look kind of young. I was surprised too when they told me. But yeah, about 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer, and I did not begin riding a bike down the Champs-Élysées. Instead, I picked up a microphone and started telling dick jokes. But hey, so for me, this is important because I made a promise with God that if I survived, I would do things to help out afterwards. And so if I can. And seriously, if I can use my God-given ability to write and craft and perform really, really good dick jokes, then I will do that. Here's the crazy thing about having testicular cancer, though, and I'm going to get into this a little bit. I don't normally do this set. It's one I've written a long time ago, but I figured tonight's a good time to do it. I don't know if you guys know, when you have cancer in any part of your body, they want to remove that part of your body immediately. So I had some swelling and stuff in the testicle, and I had walked into the doctor's office and said, "Hey, doc, there's something going on because my testicle's like twice the size it normally is," which is cool. But it also hurts when I touch it, which sucks because I expect touching myself to be a pleasurable experience, and when that goes away, man, then my world is just rocked. So please fix it. And she put me on antibiotics because I was in the Navy, and if you've ever been in the military, their solution to anything is anti-inflammatories and Tylenol. Hey, you've got a piece of shrapnel sticking out of your body. Here's some Tylenol. Take these anti-inflammatories to stop the swelling. And so that was what she told me. She had antibiotics, and I said, okay, cool. And I took them, and I came back a week later, and I said, hey, it still hurts, and it's a little bit bigger. And she said, okay, well, keep taking the antibiotics. I came back a week later, and she said, okay, all right, I'm going to set you up with an ultrasound. And I was like, okay, I'm not pregnant. My ball hurts. She said, no, that's standard procedure, So I go in, they set the ultrasound up, it was at night. Nobody was in the hospital. I go in, and the lady, takes me back in the room, and it's the most, guys, I hope none of you have ever had to have a testicular ultrasound. It sucks. Because they put you back in a little room, they put you in a little gown, right? And you lay back on the table, you gotta wrap a towel around your waist to keep your dick out of the way. Which in my case is just completely unnecessary. It stays out of the way on its own, trust me. Especially cold and strangers, it's like a turtle just retreating back into a shell. And then they put, your balls are just hanging out there, and they put the jelly on there, and they're rubbing a little magic wand, and you're laying there and you see everything that's going on, right? So this ultrasound tech, she takes her wand and she starts with my right testicle for comparison. And I look, and I don't know what a testicle is supposed to look like on the inside, no frame of reference for that. But it looks pretty calm and relaxed. It looks kind of cool, and I was like, okay. And then she goes to my left testicle. My left testicle was this swollen, angry mass just pulsating on the ultrasound screen, and then it turned, and it looked at me, and it had a face, and it said, "I'm going to kill you, motherfucker." And I said, oh shit. And she said, okay, I need you to go sit in the lobby. I'm going to have to call the doctor in from home. Now listen, guys. If you're having a medical procedure done and they're like, hey, we're going to call the doctor in from home, you're probably fucked. That's life. So I call the doctor takes me in, and he says, hey, yeah, you know what, you do have testicular cancer, and we're going to have to remove the tumor, which you previously referred to as lefty. And I was like, okay, doc, that's cool, I guess, I want to live, so when's this all going to happen? Thinking I'd have maybe a couple of weeks before I had to have surgery to, say goodbye, and mourn my loss and everything like that. He said, no, you're tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., you're here in the OR. So I came in the next morning, I'm waiting in the OR, and they anesthetized me. Oh shit, I said that word right. I've been working on that all week. Anyways, they anesthetized me, they give me an epidural. Ladies, if you're ever going to give birth, I swear to God, do the epidural. Don't. That shit's fucking cool, man. It rocks. And I'm not I was in the military, so I'm not a hard drug user or anything like that. I'm not used to that shit. I was out they're count back from 10. I'm 10, not. And I fell asleep. And they took me back into surgery. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up. And you know when you like go to a new place and you're in a new house or a hotel or something, and you're not familiar with the area? Like when you wake up, you're kind of disoriented, you don't know what's going on. Like this is what happened to me. I wake up and I'm disoriented, I'm looking around and all I see is like, you know, the big operating room lights and like this really sterile, crazy looking room. And I'm like, holy shit, what the hell's going on here? I thought I was having like a crazy dream. But I saw something across the room that brought everything crashing back to reality for me. I look up and there is a guy in scrubs standing there holding a plastic specimen cup. And there's another guy in scrubs standing there, dangling my left testicle like this and dropping it into the cup. That is disturbing as shit, okay? And here's the thing that pisses me off is like, I don't think it's just a fucking coincidence that I woke up and that's the first thing I saw. I think those motherfuckers planned it. I think they were looking to have some fun. Like, you know what, man? It's kind of boring working in the OR. What can we do to spice shit up? I know. Watch this guy's face. Look, his eyes are kind of fluttering. Get ready, get ready. Holy shit, did you see that look? He was like... And then he just passed the fuck back out. That was awesome. Yeah, and I did immediately. I was like, okay, my mind cannot handle this shit, and it just shut down. I went right back to sleep, and I really hope that image would not be in my brain anymore, but it's cataloged in there, and I see it sometimes at night, and I wake up.